I'm Katrina, and this is Tare. Welcome to my parents' garden. We're gonna start over here in the vegetable garden, not much happening here, and then over to the flower garden and orchard and see what I grew up with here in Oregon in the high desert. So this is the first garden I remember. I remember that before we moved here there was a very small garden. We always had tomatoes, but I don't really remember that one. This is the first one I remember. And so when we came here, there was some rhubarb planted on the back, and the gates and the fence weren't even up. This is just a location where the previous owners had a garden, and we ended up putting up the fence and all that. I remember one year we had a load of cow manure come, and they they created all sorts of weeds. We had to weed this garden so much that year. So that was a mistake, but also brought fertility in. So let me show you inside. This is where my dad mounts the rain gauge, but we haven't had rain for a little bit. We're gonna have snow tomorrow. All right, this is the garden space. Over here we generally had corn and sunflowers. This is the mulberry tree I got from my dad several years ago. It was about this big when it came. I thought it was going to be bigger. I'm pretty sure it was a seedling instead of an actual, they start them by root cutting. And it has not fruited yet. It does have little tiny leaf buds, so it's going to wake up here pretty soon. I'll bring you guys in. Okay, there's the buds there, starting to kind of start growing. We never had trees in here. This is just where he planted it. My parents don't do a whole lot of gardening now, but we do. My parents don't do a whole lot of gardening now. My dad did have some blackberries back here. They ended up getting eaten, I think. I don't know. And then over here they have 2 boxes which they focus their gardening in. These 2 boxes, they usually have tomatoes and lettuce is pretty much what they plant, and so they just have these boxes. They weed them before they plant them, and that's usually all they do for the year. So I do a lot more gardening than they do, but that's okay. Something else you'll notice is that this is chicken wire. Honestly, that's what's cheap. We did have to add this rabbit wire, which is almost like a smaller gauge chicken wire, because rabbits were going through this. Yes, they fit. All the water gets hooked up, automatic water, and we also have frost-free hydrants. When I was living here growing up, we didn't have the frost-free hydrants, but now they have them, and that is a good idea. And I'll put a link to my mom's compost pile. Last time I was here, we did a video on that, so you guys can see that. There's a house being built, so there's a little bit of sound, but this is the garden. This is one of the flower areas. These guys, I'll show you guys close up. The daffodils are about to bloom. There's some other daffodils, some tulips in here. And there's lots of things like black-eyed Susan and some other different flowers in here. They'll come up later in the year. There's columbine, there's a rose, but they're just now coming up, and we're gonna get snow tomorrow. There's daffodils. They are about to open. Everything. This right here is flax. That tall thing is flax. Just like my front yard, my parents' backyard has lots of bearded irises. Probably where I came to like them. Some little tulips are pretty much done. Some haven't started yet. And there are these little blue flowers called grape hyacinth, and they're little cones of prettiness. These have been here since I was a kid. They're just some sort of chive. They have purple flowers. Over here we have Oregon grape. This is a native, mostly over to the mountains, but it's It's a native to Oregon. It's just starting to flower. They do have edible fruit. Most people don't like them. If you're prepared for them, they're tart, then they're good. Pretty cool. This area here, we'll show you guys in the afternoon. We'll get a little bit more sun on here, but it has lots of different things. We even have a bee. Hi, bee. Hello. Now you just watched them. I recorded earlier. I said these guys were going to open any time. This is later that day. We have daffodils. Those are probably going to open tomorrow. And here's how it looks. A little bit by the porch. And another phosphorus hydrant. This area used to be planted with wildflowers. And, well, that's a rabbit brush that came in. There's some things that came in from who knows where. Some mullein that came in. We do have some grape hyacinth. And then this is flax. So this is just flax coming up right here. There's columbine in there. There's dianthus in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that isn't even coming up yet. Yeah. Lots of stuff. Yeah, and that kind of doesn't look very nice now because it is still winter. I forget if they're in zone 5 or 6. I will put it on the screen. We have lots of juniper trees here. This juniper tree has looked like it's gonna fall over basically since we moved here a long time ago. It has not fallen over yet. Well, there's been baby birds in the inside the trunk and all that. Pretty cool. These bushes are lilacs, and they are blue. They are definitely getting better growth on them. You can see there's some buds. See if I can get in the sunshine. There we go. And those will be flowering out at some point soon. We have some fountain chickadees. Hi, chickadee dee dee. I know, I'm by the bird bath. How dare I? How dare I? You gonna come visit us? Chickadee dee dee. Come visit the bird bath. I'm not gonna disturb you. Come on. Yeah. You can do it. That's a mountain chickadee. We used to have black-capped chickadees, but they've been replaced by mountain chickadees, and the magpies have been replaced by jays. So that is interesting. Yeah, I'm okay. Come get your water. I'm like 2 feet away from the water. Come get your water. Yeah. You can do it. Hi. Come down. It's like 3 feet away from me, maybe 3.5. There we go. There's a nice shot. Oh, just figured out I was here. I guess I'm standing still. Still enough. Hi, birdie. Yeah. You're so tiny. You're so tiny. Yeah. Where are you guys gonna come in now? They trust me? No. Bye. Oh, there's another one. Well, that was kind of fun. Alright. So this is another planting area. And it has mostly new planting. Several years ago, there was... this is where the septic is, so very short plants, nothing with big roots. And Another little bird bath. All right, let's go see the orchard. So the orchard is not very big. This is 2 different types of apple on it, I think. There was a plum tree, but it got taken out. I think this is a crab apple, and there's another apple on it. And then, well, we had a lot more apple trees that were here when we moved in. This is just a juniper, it's a native tree. This tree I planted in like 1992 from a stick. That tree right there was about 6 inches tall when I planted it, I think. And it's more than that now. This was part of an Arbor Day. Look how tall that is. It was part of an Arbor Day bunch of plants. And all the rest of them only ever grew to like 1.5 feet. My dad actually ended up taking them out. And I was like, why did you take all of them out? Because at least we could keep one just to see how the different genetics or different placement counts. Anyway, so that one's doing good. So there used to be more apples. This is apple. It never really appled all that great. The apples were never tasty. We used to have more. You can get an idea how big that tree is next to the house. Pretty cool. That's my dad's decoration. This is a peach tree. Very sad looking peach tree because it was overweight, so it went on a diet. My dad trimmed it. That's right?
It's only 30 years old too.
Okay. I'll do more on that. So this peach tree is over 30 years old, and we didn't even know it was a peach tree for many years because it didn't give peaches. And then one year it gave peaches. And I even remember one year my mom sent me peaches in an egg carton because they were that small that year in college, and it was pretty funny. But it now gives peaches every year, and the deer get the bottom third, the jays get the top third, and my parents get the middle third. Don't know what's gonna happen this year since it's trimmed up, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I will put the zone that this is in up here. It's 5 or 6, I don't remember which. And things are starting to leaf out like this. Wasn't leafed out a couple days ago, and it's starting. The mulberry's about to start, and they haven't planted a garden yet. So not much to show, but it shows you a little bit about what can be done without much work and with automatic water. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Hit the like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Have a wonderful day.